From the Sin City, Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Dale and Scott.
We are back. And
From outer space.
We're in outer space this week. It is September 20th, and this is episode 374, and this is the Swish Edition. Welcome back, y'all. We're so happy that you're here. So breaking news. This whole first section is all about breaking news.
Is it?
Yes.
We're a show that comes out once a week. Nothing we say is breaking news.
It's breaking news. Mexican pizza is back at Taco Bell. They say it's permanent now, Dale. It's going to be on the menu, but we know how it works. It's while supplies last because they can't seem to hold on to these ingredients for this fucking Mexican pizza. Not to be outdone, Pizza Hut announced
I love this.
an Italian taco.
Right.
All right, it's just a regular rectangular piece of pizza folded at the corners to form a taco shape. And they say, this is what they put out. They said, the best part, this nearly unbelievable innovation will never run out. The Italian taco has been here and will be here forever.
Nice. I also think it's, is it Papa John's? I think it's Papa John's that they do the football pizza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did we not get that? Oh, we got the Batman pizza.
We got the Batman pizza. Yeah. And so now they have the football for football season. And it's the shape of a football.
I like that.
Yeah.
Breaking news, Dale. Imagine Dragons
All right, CNN.
Imagine Dragons frontman Dan Reynolds announced that he's separating from his wife of 11 years. And I immediately looked up Dan's Las Vegas address. Because he does live here in the valley.
He does.
Yeah. But I really don't need to stalk him because Dale and I are actually going to an event this Friday night.
Yes.
At Resorts World.
Yes.
Dan and his teammates there at Imagine Dragons, they have this great cancer organization. Childhood cancer charity called the Tyler Robinson Foundation. And this Friday night, they're having the Rise Up Gala, and Dale and I are going.
Yeah,
and
I like stuff like this.
We get to meet.
We did this a lot in DC.
We
did a lot of events and charity events, and they're a lot of fun. And this was our first one, even when we first lived here before we went back east. Now we're back again.
First one in Vegas.
This is our first sort of charity event in Las Vegas. I'm excited for it.
Well, we're super excited because we have VIP tickets and we get to go to this reception before the dinner with Dan and the rest of Imagine Dragons.
Yes.
So we get to meet them, and hopefully, I'm hoping that I get a picture to go up here on my wall with
that would be cool
with me and Ricky Martin. I hope I get a picture of me and Dan that I can put on my wall here in our studio. That would be super fun. We'll tell you about that next week. Hey, Dale, breaking news. The Queen of England
is dead.
She is dead. That is not the breaking news. The breaking news is the Queen's funeral yesterday broke world records for television viewership.
I'm not surprised.
Queen Elizabeth II's funeral was watched by 4.1 billion people. The most people that have watched anything on broadcast television
since the invention of television
ever.
Yeah.
Ever. The number 2 is the Atlanta Olympics opening ceremony in 1996. That was 3.6 billion. Mm-hmm. And then before that, it was Diana's funeral back in 1997 with 2.5 billion people. And then right below that is Live 8, which was one of those.
Yes.
What were those for? Was that for AIDS? Those live events?
Yeah, it was Live Aid. I think that's how you say that. Yeah, they were AIDS events.
That was 2 billion. And then right under that, Harry and Meghan's wedding. 1.9 billion people watched that. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
but if you look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 8th place on here is the Apollo mission, but it's 1969, and I think that was an era where worldwide
it wasn't worldwide
broadcast television it didn't exist.
Yeah, he's talking about the Apollo 11 moon landing. 652 million people were said to watch that.
Yeah.
That was apparently the night that I was conceived. Because I was born exactly 9 months later.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I got to tell you, so we live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so I had to get up at 3 a.m. I watched the funeral. I watched it live. I got up at 3 a.m. and I watched it. Dale did not. He got up about 4 hours after me.
I did. Yeah.
Hey, breaking news. Breaking news, Dale. After 35 years on Broadway, Phantom of the Opera will finally close.
Hooray!
This next February of 2023. The Majestic Theater, where Phantom of the Opera has been for these 35 years, they want a more expensive, lucrative show, kind of like a Hamilton or a Six or a Lion King. Yeah. But get this. This is how ridiculous this is. And I thought
Is that the reason why they're canceling it, though?
Yeah, that's the reason.
They want money.
They want more money. So here's what's ridiculous, guys. When you hear the numbers that they're making, Phantom only brings in $867,000 a week.
Motherfuck.
$867,000 a week.
Wow.
It's almost $1 million a week. But they think they can make double that if they got a big show like Funny Girl or Hamilton. Phantom tickets average about $83 a seat. Funny Girl right now is going for $175. Hamilton still getting $197 average. And Into the Woods, which is also really popular right now, $112 is the average seat price for that.
Jeez.
The West End production of Phantom in London is still going strong, so there's no...
Phantom in New York is not going anywhere. It will pause for a little bit, but there's a theater that's going to pick that up.
It'll come back.
There's going to be a theater that is like, we need something.
Well,
we'll do Phantom.
So I saw it. I saw it at the Majestic in New York. Maybe 15, 16 years ago. Yeah. Have you seen it?
I have not.
You have not. It's one of the best shows, and it's great music.
I saw The Lion King.
Did you?
In New York City, yeah.
I have never seen that. I saw the cartoon, which I enjoyed.
It's fun because they have right in the beginning is when the elephants and the giraffe,
animals come out.
They all come and they come down the aisles and then they walk on the stage. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool because I think the opening of Lion King is the best part. After that, you just walk away. Right. You just walk away.
Well, I've said this on the show many times. Every Broadway show that I've ever been to, I think needs to be cut down by 50%.
They're too long.
They're too long. You don't need an intermission.
That's why I hate Broadway.
Make it 90 minutes in and out.
Hate it.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
Not a fan.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. From their secret underground studio, this is the Swish Edition.
We got a mouthful for you guys.
Dale and Scott are in the studio on the mics, and they fired up the antenna.
It has to come whether you like it or not.
And if you're willing to show it, they'll take a picture of it.
I actually think I might throw up.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else in between, here are your new best friends. They're your hosts.
It's very exciting for me because this is the best show ever made.
Dale and Scott.
I love it so much. Hey, I got a follow up to something we talked about last week. We talked about CNN last week and how they're making changes with the whole reason we did all that breaking news before the theme song is because we're making fun of CNN. And we were literally sitting this morning watching, I don't know, we were watching something on CNN and they had on the screen breaking news. And I'm like, see, they just cannot help themselves.
They can't help us. But it's not just CNN. There's a lot of
every
networks.
network.
I mean, MSNBC does it too. It's like the things that are news are not fucking breaking news. It's not breaking news.
It happens to be happening. It's not breaking news.
No, it's not.
Yeah. We all knew there was going to be a funeral today, so that's not breaking news.
Yes, exactly.
So we got to follow up. CNN announces that Don Lemon is moving from his primetime spot.
This is breaking news.
At 9 p.m. He's moving to a new morning show. They're replacing John Berman and Brianna Keller, who have been doing New Day for a while at CNN. And now Don is going to be doing a new morning show with Poppy Harlow and Caitlin Collins. We know Poppy Harlow. Caitlin Collins is CNN's White House correspondent. So the three of them are going to do this new show to try to compete with Fox and Friends and Morning Joe at MSNBC, and of course the three broadcast networks that have their own morning shows.
Maybe this could be good. I mean, the thing is, Don Lemon in his current slot, I think, is massive for CNN.
Yeah.
Massive.
I mean, he's horribly not a journalist. I mean, he's an opinion piece guy.
I'm not a fan, but I think this is one of their top guys.
Yeah.
And this is like their Rachel Maddow moment. You know, you're like moving shit around and see where it falls.
What works.
Right.
Well, the network says this is going to be a game changer morning show. So God knows what that means. Hopefully they won't do cooking segments. We don't need cooking segments today, show.
Oh my God.
That's what I like about
that Today Show. It's
a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit. It's fucking horrible.
And Good Morning America is
Good Morning
awful.
America is also a piece of shit.
The only good one,
the only broadcast
CBS.
is CBS this morning. CBS
mornings. They're calling it
CBS
now.
Mornings now.
Yeah.
That's the only good broadcast morning show.
And we don't even watch it anymore. I watch Morning Joe.
It's a shame because I actually do enjoy it, but we've been like obsessed with this Morning Joe shit here.
I'm all about Joe Scarborough and Mika Berinsky.
But however, nothing can compete with CBS Sunday mornings. Jane Pauley, you are my girl. And we haven't even watched it in a while, but the weather here has been so nice, so we spend most of our times outside drinking our coffee instead of watching television.
But we have them taped. I've got a season pass for it, so we can watch anytime. Yeah, it is good. It is a good show.
That is the best Sunday morning show. And then you watch Jane Pauley, and then you go into the morning shows. You watch Face the Nation and all that bullshit.
Yeah, they're all good. Hey, what the fuck is wrong with Nick Cannon's penis?
That bitch is on fire.
Or maybe there's something good with it. Maybe he's got something going on. If you guys don't know who Nick Cannon was, he used to be the host of America's Got Talent. He's now the host of The Masked Singer. He had his own talk show, which didn't do well, but...
That's funny that you mention those and you don't mention Wild 'N Out, which is one of his most popular shows.
Is it still on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think so. And now he has his talk show, right?
Anyway, they just announced that his 9th child was just born last week. The child's name is Onyx Ice Cold Cannon. Onyx Ice Cold Cannon. The mother is former Price is Right model Lanisha Cole. Mm-hmm. But they also announced that he has a 10th and 11th child on the way.
Motherfuck.
The 10th child's mother is Abby De La Rosa, and this will be their third baby together. And the 11th baby's mother is Brittany Bell, and this will also be their third child together. So this man is fucking half of Hollywood. What the hell is he doing? How many baby mamas does he have to have at the same time?
It's just sick and just bullshit.
This is the guy who was married to Mariah Carey and has 2 kids with her.
I know.
11 kids. Does he make enough money to support 11 kids and ex-wife Mariah Carey?
I mean, the thing is, I would think no. No. But it's just sickening. It's just sickening.
It doesn't even make any sense. He said, listen, this is his quote. I've given up on attempting to define myself for the world or society, but instead I'm doing the work to heal and grow into the infinite being God ordained me to be. Hopefully I can teach Onyx the same and not let others shame or ridicule her with their outside opinions, because when they do, they're only projecting their own harsh experiences, pain, and social programming onto her unblemished beauty.
No, you know what?
Basically, we're calling you a whore.
Nick Cannon, I don't have any kids, so I don't have any experience with you, and you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit.
11 kids with...
A piece of shit.
With 6 different women.
Jeez.
What the hell is wrong with you, dude?
Fuck.
What the fuck is wrong with people? It's one of my favorite pastimes. I don't know if you get into this, Dale, but it's one of the things that I enjoy doing. And my sister Laura and I share our experiences with this phenomenon. You don't do this, but I do it. I do it almost every single day. So
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
love reading online recipes. I mean, here's one right here on the printer.
Yeah.
I print out recipes
You can throw
constantly.
that one away.
He doesn't want. What is this? This is the
a
white,
white
bean and
bean.
ham soup. You don't want the white bean
I
and
don't
ham
want no
soup.
white bean ham.
I thought it sounded really good. I thought it would be a good cold weather meal for us. Anyway, I love recipes and I love trying new stuff, and I'm always reading recipes. I get a kick out of reading recipes. But my favorite part about reading recipes is reading the comments on the recipes.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why so many Americans, maybe it goes beyond America, but why they're so fucking stupid. They literally, okay, so one of the comments on one of the recipes I read yesterday was, I give this 1 star. My family doesn't like chili. It was a chili recipe.
I want you to read this next one.
Or, I made this chicken fricassee with, with lamb, and it didn't turn out well at all. Cannot recommend. So, I mean, that's funny, right?
Well, yeah, especially when it's the chicken fricassee with lamp.
He's making fun of the fact that I can't spell.
I made this chicken fricassee with lamp.
Lamb, and it
Lamb.
didn't turn out well.
Oh, of course
You're
not.
ruining my joke here.
No, you made it better by spelling lamb as lamp.
Anyway, I don't understand why people have to comment on stuff that they don't like. If you don't like it, why are you commenting on it?
Comments are the worst. They're bittersweet because they are the
Right.
worst of people. But that's what makes, for me,
It's entertaining.
I don't post on social media at all.
Yes, I know.
And I follow the worst shit just so I can read the comments.
It's
like,
so
Like I
entertaining.
follow Fox News and you get the normal bullshit.
Yeah.
But I also follow a good one. You want to follow something for comments? Follow 1 Million Moms.
Oh God, yes.
Follow 1 Million Moms.
Oh my gosh,
It's some great shit out there.
So much fun.
It's some great fucking shit.
So much fun.
You want to talk about a black Little Mermaid? Yeah. Go to
Oh
1
my
million.
God.
Go to some fucking 1 million moms. I have never seen more fucking people showing their true fucking colors with a black fucking mermaid.
Dude, did half this country lose their shit?
Yes.
when-
Yes, they
when
did.
They found out that Ariel was going to be black.
And it's incredibly embarrassing, and I have no faith for humankind. None whatsoever.
Get over yourselves,
None.
people.
We are our worst enemy.
It doesn't
we are our
affect,
worst enemy.
It doesn't affect you at all.
It's nothing. No,
You just
exactly.
These people are just looking for something to be upset
Just
about.
something. And these are people who are saying, "Oh, I would never take my kids to Disney again."
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Or what about every time I see a post for Disney, I will inevitably see comments that say, I would never support Disney because they're all about sex trafficking of little children. Yes.
That's the whole QAnon thing. Yeah.
Disney is all about sex trafficking of kids. That's what their whole company's about. If you believe that, then you're a lost cause.
What amazes me though, and what I find fascinating with comments, is that it takes effort to do, right? It takes effort to do it. Like I say something and I can have an opinion. It's like I would comment, but people actually fucking take the time to do it.
And
They
time.
make these fucking
Right.
comments about it. And it's just so fucking stupid. But that's the one thing I like. It's the downfall of humankind, but fascinates me and gets me through my day at the same time.
Hey, listen, I think we're on a fast track to the end of humanity. I mean, just literally everything that's happening in the world right now. I think this is
suck.
it. I think this is it.
People suck.
We got a little money in the bank. I think we should just fucking spend it because I think this is the end.
We're all gonna die.
There's no reason to save our money. This is it. But my favorite comment of the week was there was an ad for an expensive sofa. It was like, I don't know, Mitchell Gold or something. It was like a $4,000 sofa. And one of the comments on it was like, please stop showing me this ad. I can't afford this couch. And I laughed because that's fucking funny.
Right.
That is
It's
fucking funny.
fucking funny.
Like, who takes the time?
But
to-
maybe,
to
but maybe
write-
this was a clever person and not.
Maybe he was
the
trying
normal-
to be. Maybe he
Yes.
was trying to be
Yes.
funny.
And that I can appreciate, and I feel like I can appreciate this comment.
All right. Okay. If you look at it
For
that
one,
way,
did you copy and paste this comment?
I just wrote it. Freehand.
Oh,
I just
okay.
wrote it freehand.
I was
but-
gonna say his wording and punctuation was correct, so I feel like he was trying to make it funny and he got it right.
No, I actually wrote it. I actually wrote it myself.
Son
so
of a bitch!
you're surprised that I wrote.
I'm surprised.
I wrote an actual sentence.
Yes.
All right, this is what the fuck is wrong with people, part 89. A teenage hacker was able to get into Uber's computer system this past week and threatened to hold it hostage. How did he do it? He simply called Uber's main office, pretended to be someone from Uber's IT department, and got an Uber employee to give him the password over the phone.
Wow.
That's how he got into Uber's system. So literally, folks, please fucking wake up. Please wake up and realize that you're not supposed to click on that link of the email that comes to you. Never do that. Go straight to Google, go straight to your browser and get there on your own.
Yeah.
Right? And if someone says call this number and we'll talk about your account.
No.
Look up the number yourself.
No.
Right?
No.
I mean, people are fucking so stupid. I mean, the Uber person who gave out the password should immediately be fired.
Yeah, probably.
With cause.
Yeah.
You are fired. Goodbye. You're fired. Goodbye. I love that story, though. I thought it was fun. That's why it's in the show. Hey, Scott and Dale don't agree on everything. You kind of like John Oliver on HBO, right? We haven't watched the show in a while.
The thing is I find John Oliver, I like his comedy because I enjoy like the dry comedy.
Yeah.
But I don't like John Oliver's politics.
Gotcha. So
that's my issue with John Oliver.
If you guys listen to our show and you've been watching for a while, you
far left.
Yeah, you guys know that we love Bill Maher. We watch Bill Maher every friggin' week. We're big fans of his politics and his show. Because we're kind of in the middle, and that's where he is. He's a realist. He thinks everything should be kind of make sense, and he's not a Republican. He's not a Democrat. He's kind of in the middle, and that's why we like him.
Yeah.
John Oliver did this rant this past week about, so at the end of the show, just like
I know, I know exactly what you're talking about. Just like
Bill Maher does.
I read this article.
He did this rant about Law and Order. Law and Order, the long-running franchise on NBC, which Dale and I were just talking about a couple hours ago because they're doing their big season premiere this Thursday. He ranted and raved. He didn't rave. He ranted about them because he said that their show is not fair depiction of modern-day policing in America.
Of course not.
He said because they almost always solve the case.
Yeah.
Well, dude, it's a fucking fictional show.
Yeah.
Meant to be entertainment for people, right? It's not real. And what I want to tell him, I want to say to John Oliver, I want to call him on the phone right now and say, not everything has to have a message. Not everything has to be everything to everyone.
It's for entertainment.
It just gets it's me
entertainment
to the end that everyone nowadays, all the woke people think that everything needs to have a message and everything needs to be everything to everyone and needs to cover everyone and cover everyone's little sensitivities and
no
whatever they have, right? So sometimes fictional cops solve the crimes and that's fine
every time.
Right.
Every time.
Anyway, I hate John Oliver.
My favorite show is Criminal Minds.
And they almost always catch the bad guy.
Yes, they
almost
do.
always.
There are some cases that
it doesn't work out.
And they also arc over a season. Actually.
Right. And they're doing that with their new reboot, which we're going to talk about next week.
I love. That's something that you look forward to when you fucking watch the show.
Yeah, so we're thrilled that Criminal Minds is coming back. They're literally in production right now.
There was also an article regarding those types of shows like the Law and Order, the Criminal Minds,
911,
Chicago PD,
Chicago Hope, all that.
And the problem is that the depiction of when you get a suspect, right? And you rough them up. Yeah. And then there's a problem with, you're not respecting this guy's rights. Oh. It's a fucking television show.
Fuck off. God,
Jesus.
I hate people. I just said Chicago Hope, which I think Chicago Hope's been off the air for like 20 years. So I don't know what I was talking about.
It's now Chicago Med.
Yeah, Chicago Med, Chicago Fire, all the Chicagos.
Chicago PD.
Well, apparently Chicago's a shit place to live right now. Have you seen the reports of the crime.
I have.
Crime is up like 9,000% there.
And what was it? Was it not Coca-Cola? Was it Coca-Cola?
Oh, there's a big company that said, "Fuck it, we're
Coca-Cola.
out. We're out. We're out."
Coca-Cola?
I don't think Coke is based there, but
McDonald's.
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 They're like, we're gonna leave because this is dangerous.
McDonald's said they're done.
Yeah, we're done with you.
One of those big companies said we're done with Chicago and they're moving.
It was McDonald's.
Yeah, one of the big ones.
Because they can't get it under control.
Yeah, and
Get it under fucking
and their
control.
employees are finding it difficult to get to work and all this bullshit.
Because when they find these people that are doing bad things, they need to lock them up and not let them out. Don't let them out. And there are a lot of cities in the country that want to get rid of cash bail. Get rid of cash bail. Just let these people back out. As soon as you arrest them, they're back out on the street to do it again. Fuck that shit.
Well,
Don't let them back out.
There's a longer conversation regarding cash bail.
I don't care. If you do the crime, you need to pay for it.
No, I agree.
And you shouldn't be allowed out just because you can't afford to get out. Fuck that.
That's the issue.
That's the issue.
We no longer we don't have a debtor's jail anymore, right?
I agree with that.
And that is unfair.
But listen, let's take it all the way back to when you and I owned a clothing store in Washington, D.C. And
Yes,
people would
I
come
know.
into our store and steal our shit.
I know.
And we'd call the cops, and the cops would come and be like, we can't do anything about it. And I would literally stand there at the front door and said,
there they
point
are.
across the street and say,
saw
there
them.
they are. They're right there. Go get them. And the cops wouldn't go arrest them. So there's something wrong with policing in America. And and you know what he said to us? He said, it would be so much paperwork. And they're just going to get out in a couple hours.
He did say that they would be out.
Well, what about cutting off their hand? You steal something, you cut off your hand. That's what I think should happen.
The funny thing is
Let's do it the Abu Dhabi way.
right, is that there are crimes. If you kill someone, you're going to go to jail.
You rape someone, you cut their penis off.
But I also, for whatever reason, and I don't know if I'm going to describe this correctly, is that the pettiest of crimes against myself, that I'm affected by.
We've both been
right?
victims of crimes.
Those pettiest of crimes, I feel like I want the most harsh punishment.
Penalty.
for.
Exactly.
It's these bullshit crimes where you're affecting someone's livelihood.
Yes.
It's not against a corporation. It's not against the government.
Individual against individual.
It's this individual indiscriminately.
Right.
Yeah, you're gonna come take my wallet and hold me at gunpoint and take my wallet.
Have you ever been mugged?
I have not.
I've been mugged 3 times.
I have
Twice
not.
in D.C. and once in Chicago.
I have not.
Mugged by gunpoint 3 times.
And it's weird because for me, I feel like that it's those types of individual indiscriminate crimes that I think should have a really heavy punishment.
I'm all about it. That's what I started.
Don't
That's what I said.
fucking do it.
You
just
don't do it.
Fucking do it.
It's not done.
And it shouldn't matter that, oh, yes, you got mugged, but he only stole $100, so it's not a felony. Fuck that.
Right.
Fuck that.
It's inexcusable.
You did this to someone.
Inexcusable.
And you are a horrible human being, and you need to be taught a lesson.
I mean, I couldn't even imagine doing that to some other person.
No, it's horrible.
Not in a million years.
No, it's horrible.
I've never done anything like that to anyone. But I'm an upstanding citizen. I've won awards.
You're usually upstanding.
I'm
Usually you fall out
sitting
of
down.
cars.
Oh my Lord, I fall out of cars.
All right, moving on.
Speaking of television, I don't know that we're speaking of television, but Netflix announced that their new Tudum virtual global fan event will be coming this Saturday, September 24th. That's this coming Saturday.
Hey.
This is the event that will feature news and never before seen footage, trailers, and first looks for all their new stuff that's coming up, including The Crown Season 5, which is going to be hotter than ever because Elizabeth died. Bridgerton Season 3.
How is it going to be hotter than ever? Because this is not going to be in this season.
No, but more people are going to be interested in the royal
so
family.
Season 6 will be the hottest than ever.
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
All I want to know is when in the fuck is I had it in my head and now it's gone.
Come on.
Outer Banks.
Oh, is that Netflix?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll find out at Tudum. You want to watch this? we're around on Saturday.
Yeah.
Also, they're going to be talking about Bridgerton season 3, which we're excited about, and their new spin-off Queen Charlotte, and their new sci-fi drama called Three Body Problem, which we're excited about. Anyway, this is kind of reminds me of what the three big broadcast networks, ABC, CBS, and NBC, used to do in the 80s. They used to have these specials in the fall where they'd preview all of their new shows that were coming out that season.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of fun that Netflix is doing this, and
It's nice. I think
and it's a live event.
And broadcasters are going to be struggling, and I think they need to go back to maybe something like that.
Yeah.
And to get people excited, even if they're not excited about the thing, is like, oh, we got to watch this and see what's coming.
Well, let me tell you what I am excited about on broadcast TV. And you and I only watch one thing on broadcast TV. We watch Young Sheldon. That's the only fucking show we watch on broadcast except for news. But I'm very excited about season 3
We
of
actually don't even watch that on broadcast.
Big Sky. Right. We watch it after the fact.
Next day
after
on
the fact.
Paramount.
Right. Anyway, excited about David E. Kelly's Big Sky. It's called Deadly Trails. It's the 3rd season of Big Sky. It's coming to ABC tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, September 21st. The reason we're excited about it is that Reba McEntire is going to be playing a very dark character, which is very kind of a departure from her wholesome brand. I mean, she's never played a villain before.
No, and I'm excited about this.
And her real-life boyfriend, Rex Lynn, is also going to be playing her character's husband. So it's kind of fun.
Nice. Jensen Ackles, although he wasn't the best one. It was the other one who was the cuter one.
Jensen Ackles from Supernatural on the CW. He's joining the series this season as the new sheriff in town. So we're excited about this. If you guys have never seen Big Sky, Dale and I watched season 1. We didn't watch season 2, but apparently you can just watch. It's a story per season, so you don't have to watch it from the beginning.
Right.
They're based on books. CJ Box.
That first season of the first one was really good.
They're based on a series of books by CJ Box, who is a very popular writer, and it's about these two women who are in Montana and they solve crimes, and it's kind of fun. And I'm very excited about. We love Reba, so super excited about watching her show. We'll let you know after we watch it.
Break it down.
Get swishy with it. Swish Edition.
A couple weeks ago, we talked about $2 Chuck. Remember, I said that because all the prices were going up, it was going to be $10 Chuck. At Trader Joe's, you can buy $2 Chuck, and in some parts of the country, it's $3 Chuck because of inflation. Anyway, Fred Franzia, the 13th largest winemaker in the United States, he died this past week.
Oh, Franzia.
He was 70 years old.
The Franzia box wine, right?
Yeah. He didn't actually produce that. And it's an interesting story. So he sold his company at one point, including their last name. Another company made the Franzia box wine that we see in the grocery store every week.
Yeah.
And then he bought the company back, but not the Franzia. So he doesn't own his actual last name. Just so weird.
And the box wine is probably the most profitable part of the whole business.
Probably is. Anyway, he said that no bottle of wine should cost more than $10. And he made lots and lots of money off selling cheap wine.
Oh, yeah. We did it. It was one of the only things that when I worked for a nonprofit, one of my favorite jobs in D.C., and so we worked on very limited budgets, and then we had like Christmas parties and like Thanksgiving.
Sure.
We wanted some alcohol, we would get wine, and Trader Joe's was within our budget, and we would buy shit tons of it because it was,
cheap as shit.
It was $4 a bottle in Washington, D.C.
It's drinkable.
It's drinkable. And it was totally fine.
Yeah.
And we loved it.
Crazy.
So, good riddance.
Good riddance to him? No.
That's not
what are you saying?
I mean, hip, hip, hooray.
He didn't mean that.
God save the Franzia? I don't know.
God save the Franzia. God save cheap wine.
Yes.
Although we also like expensive wine. Our friend Marcy
I just want whatever tastes good. It doesn't matter the cost.
Marcy has introduced us to some very expensive wine over the years.
I know.
And
it's a shame because I don't appreciate it.
With all apologies to Marcy, I don't know that I necessarily know the difference between $100 bottle of wine and a $10 bottle of
Couldn't
wine.
tell you. It's lost on me.
All right, we're not big, huge wine drinkers.
No.
We like
I just don't appreciate it.
we like
I
our
appreciate
vodka.
drinking it, but I wouldn't appreciate what I'm supposed to appreciate when you get a nice wine, apparently.
There you go.
You know, the aromatics,
Exactly.
the shake and the sniff. And
And
the twirl.
twirling it around, and all that.
just get me out of a box and let me have some fun.
We do have some box wine in our refrigerator as we speak. I want to do a little rant because this was encouraged by my uncle who owns a restaurant in Maine, who has a lot of friends who are lobstermen. And if you guys know anything about lobster, you know that the majority of the great lobster in the United States comes from the waters off the coast of Maine. A California-based group, very small group of just a few people, successfully lobbied, I don't know who, Congress or somebody, the EPA, to get lobster fishing rules changed in Miami, in Maine, to save these whales. There's some whales off the coast of Maine.
Yeah.
And they, at one time in history, were getting caught in lobster men's lines. They're
yeah.
lines that go down to the traps at the bottom of the ocean. Anyway, they somehow got these rules put in place. And when they take effect in a couple months, it's basically going to kill 98% of Maine's lobster business. 98% of Maine's lobstermen will be unable to fish in the waters off the coast of Maine and will not be able to harvest the lobsters. So the rules were intended to save these whales, and I don't know the exact name of the whales. I have a little line here where I was supposed to put it in, but I forgot to look it up. But anyway, these whales off the coast of Maine have not been caught in a lobster trap in over 18 years because of the changes the lobstermen have already put in place over the last 2 decades, because they don't want whales to get caught in their lines.
Right.
That would be horrible, and they love the ocean, and they don't want the whales to get hurt.
Of course.
But they also want to make a living, and they want to catch the lobsters so that we can all eat them. So I want to ask these California-based group, why kill an entire industry and untold millions of people who enjoy eating Maine lobster, including us here in the Las Vegas Valley, because it's flown in every day.
Every day. Every day.
Just to save some whales that don't need saving, because they literally have not got caught up in these lines in 18 years, almost 20 years.
Sounds like a lawsuit.
How can a small California group affect thousands and thousands of fishermen in Maine and untold millions of people eating lobster? That's what I want to know. But just this past week, the lobstermen in Maine lost their appeal. A judge decided that the California-based group could go forward with their rules. So I don't know if this is going to continue. I hope the lobstermen continue to fight.
Yeah.
But we might someday, very soon, not be able to eat lobster anymore because of this stupid rule to save these whales that we don't even eat. I don't even understand why you'd want to save the whales. I mean, I like whales.
Really?
No, I like the whales, and I don't want them to die, but they're not in jeopardy. Literally nothing's happened to them in 18 years.
I mean, if that is true and those fishermen can prove that, then I think that there could be an appeal and a lawsuit.
Well, they appealed it once and then lost. So hopefully they'll continue to go and take it to a higher court.
Oh, fucking Maine.
It's actually really, really hard. It's all over the news. It could kill Maine. It could kill Maine. And no more lobster. We're just going to eat that crappy Caribbean lobster, which is not as good.
Lagastinos.
Not as good. But there is good news in the world today, guys. Lucky Charms has teamed up with Jet Puffed Marshmallows. They're magically delicious, Dale, and they're not as hard as the rocks found in the mini marshmallows in the cereal.
There's something great about those rock hard fucking marshmallows.
They are really good.
Fucking delicious.
They are good.
That is the true candy that melts in your mouth and not in your hand, not fucking M&Ms.
It is really good.
It is the original Lucky Charms fucking marshmallows.
All right, but these are actual marshmallows made by Jet Puffed that are in the shapes of all the things that Lucky Charms are, and they taste like Lucky Charms, and they're actual marshmallows, and they're soft and fluffy like marshmallows, and they're now selling them at the store. Lucky Charms marshmallows.
So I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
But
I think they're fun.
the hard ones, That's where it's at. It's and why aren't they making those?
When is the last time that Dale Blades had a bowl of Lucky Charms? That's what I want to know.
It's been a long fucking time, and I used to eat. I remember having Lucky Charms and not put milk in it.
Right.
You just eat, and you just eat the fucking marshmallows.
They are really
the
good.
hard Lucky Charms marshmallows.
They're so good.
Is where it's at.
They're really
and
good.
why team up? Just fucking make those and put them in a fucking bag.
Oh my God, Dale's
I would eat them like fucking candy.
All right, I'm gonna buy you some tomorrow. Dale's gonna be really
No,
mad.
I don't want the soft ones. I want the hard ones.
I'm gonna buy you the hard ones. I always give you the hard one. Anyway, one more thing before we go. The National Toy Hall of Fame has announced their nominations for 2022. We talked about this last year. Here's some of the things that are up for nomination. The Breyer model horses. You guys would know this if you saw a picture of it.
Yeah.
Which makes me think of Anna Cat from American Mom.
Yes.
Because she always played with her horses. The German board game Catan.
Catan?
Yeah. Pound Puppies.
Fucking Pound Puppies. I had Pound Puppies.
Masters of the Universe, like He-Man and She-Ra. The card game Phase 10.
Nice.
Also Lite-Brite, which I had.
I had a Lite-Brite.
Bingo. Nerf footballs and Nerf balls.
Yeah.
And then some generic things like the Pinata, the Top, and there's a couple other things in there.
It seems weird that Pound Puppies are in there because that was such a popular toy in the 80s.
Yeah. So the public can vote now through September 21st, which is tomorrow, via the Player's Choice ballot. I'm going to put up the link on our website. So if
I feel
guys,
like Pound Puppies was the original Beanie Baby.
It was. You're right.
Original Beanie Baby. I had them.
You're absolutely right. Anyway, we will announce the winner. It'll come out in November.
What about Teddy Ruxpin?
I don't
He's
know.
probably already in there.
He might be. We'll have to find out. I'll do some research and let you know next week. Bye, guys. We'll see you next week. I don't know if you know this, but Lucky Charms has teamed up with
Jesus Christ. Jet
puffed marshmallows. Can I start over?
Motherfuck.